How's everyone doing today? Doing good? You okay? Yeah? Alright. Thumbs up over there. Well, welcome to Honolua. It's great to have you guys here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Got some familiar faces. Old Danny Boy right there. Yeah. All the way from Switzerland, ladies and gentlemen. My friends from Switzerland. Which I am coming. With the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Looking forward to that. Aloha! Welcome to the big island of Hawaii. It is such a beautiful day today here on the island. I'm so excited for many things to come, but first of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is LT Smooth. You're here live right on the mountain of Honolua, on my property, where some exciting things are going to be happening at the beginning of the year of 2018. I was born and raised in New Zealand all my life and lived here for 17 years, got here in 2000, and a lot has happened, a lot of change has happened, and I think we're about to reveal some of the things that we're going to be doing in the near future. First of all, I'm so excited to introduce to you the new development of the school that I'm trying to put together to help kids change their lives, to fight against suicide and drugs and violence that is happening in our world today, but most of all to save the lives of our kids, the next generation to come. Through my own life, suffering from drugs and anxiety and violence and all the things that I've been through in my own life, I can honestly say that I made it through the other side. And now I can make a difference through my music, through my life, and everything that I've stand for, to make a difference in the world that we live in today. So we're in a place called Honolua. You're looking at my property, and we're about to build the school. If you take a look ahead of you, down there is where I'm going to build a 5,000 square foot school based on music, but mainly based on also how we can educate our kids and how they can use different things in life to get away from the violence and the suicide and the depression and the anxiety and many other. The list is so long, but if you take a look in front of you, I'm not sure if you can get a good view, but down there where the red vehicle is where I'm building the school. We're in Honolua, and you're looking out to the ocean, and such a beautiful place up here. There's a lot of construction happening up here right now as you focus all around, and you get to see we're on a piece of land about 2 acres right now, and by the end of next year this should be all finished and built, ready to go. We're excited for the change. We're excited to move forward and how we can contribute to our society, and to give back to not only the place we live in, but in our own lives. Some of us are struggling so much with so much that's going on with the world that we live in, that how can we contribute, how can we make a difference? And I think our kids, which is the next generation, need leaders, need ambassadors to follow, so that they can make a change in their own lives and stay away from the drugs and the violence and the bullying and and everything else that's going on. So I'm so excited for the next chapter and what we're about to do with these kids. We're going to be bringing in teachers from all over the world to teaching. It's a program that we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do it. I've been touring to Idaho, Rexburg for the last 6 years. Thanks to Credit Union for sponsoring this whole program, working in prisons, correction centers, schools, just to give a little bit of hope and do a little bit what we can to make this place a better place. So I'm excited. I'm not sure those who are listening out there that we need your help in so many ways. Spiritually, physically, financially, but morally, in your prayers, just to keep us in your prayers, because it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of money to get this vision going, and once it's going, it's going to be magnificent. The change, I think that's what's happening. That we need to recognize the change that's going through our nation, that's going through our country, that's going through the world today. With everything that's going on, change is happening right now. And I strongly believe that if everyone can play a little part into that, it's going to be magnificent for the future to come. So I'm excited. Hope you get excited with us. You can also log on my website, ltsmooth.com, to get up a following on what's going on, the progress on this whole project ahead of us. It's going to be magnificent. It's going to be great. We're going to try and figure out how we can have stability, grow our own crops, how we can live off the land, how teach our kids how to cook underground, and how all sorts of stuff. If you take a look around this whole property, this property was given to us by my father-in-law, and he passed away from cancer in 2000. But before he passed on, he said to use this land to save lives, and that's basically 4.5 years ago with a chainsaw in my hand and a weed eater, and I started all the way from the entrance over there and worked my way all the way up to the top of the mountain. And 4.5 years later, this is the result I got. I'm excited. Nothing comes easy in life. I believe that if we can continue to pave the road before the next generation comes, then at least they have something new. I remember sitting in a keynote just recently, and it's so true that we're still living in the same decade that our kids are living in, and their kids are going to be still learning from the same textbooks that you or your grandfather is learning from. We're so far behind in the world that we're living in that nothing's moving, really nothing is moving forward. But I believe if we think a little ahead and strategize what we're going to do next, and this is a good example, this property is a really good example of that. We need to change the decade, because my grandfather is learning from the same textbook as my children, and that's a whole 2 decades ago. It's the same questions and the same answers that we've been on for 2 decades. It's so true. So we want to change that. We want to change the mentality. We want to change the way we speak. We want to change the chapter. We want to change the story, because it's about time we change all those things and not rely on the same decade or 2 decades ago with the same thing over and over again. Change is the word I believe that's going to sweep this nation in so many ways. It could be small changes, it could be big changes. Who knows? I think once we put our hands on this property, as you can see, 4.5 years, it's changed. And you'll see in photos and and videos on when I first began this in slippers and shorts 4.5 years ago. I was 500 and something pounds when I started this property. Now I'm just below 300 pounds. It's not only changed my life, but it's given me a whole new perspective of what change is, because it's a wonderful thing to make a change. It really is, in everything in life, relationships, my own personal life, marriage, how we speak to our kids, how we educate them. And so I'm excited that this property is going to not only save lives but change lives for the better, for all of us to pave the next decade in a different way, where we can save our environment, the place we live in, and our own personal lives. So I'm so excited for all those changes. But we need your help in so many ways. We can't do it alone. And like I always say to my mom, I need your prayers, Mom, because your prayers are helping us through all this whole process. We give back to the land gives back to us. We give thanks to our Father for the gift of life. Life continues on because of that thanks. We have so much to be thankful for, and we forget what those things are in our own lives and everything that we're doing. I remember a little saying that if you have no vision, you perish. No vision, you perish. It's just simple. This is my vision, and it will come to pass, and be passed down to my kids and their kids, and it will continue on, just like this property has been passed down from generation to generation. We are the next generation, but who's the next generation after us, so that we can continue this legacy of change. Well, welcome back. As you get to see what we're doing here, it was a good question got asked just a couple of minutes ago about what age groups and what sort of people. I think we're just open. We're open to receive, anyone. I think the age group will start from 10, and then the sky's the limit from then onwards at what age group. I think when you have a passion and you want to learn a little bit about music, but you've come to the right place. We'll probably start with 15 to 20 students at a time. Like I said, we're still trying to pave the program to how long we can take the program for. It'll be 6 weeks or 12 weeks, whatever it may be. There'll be people coming from all over the world, so we're trying to figure out how we can host those people too on the school, so that you can be boarding at the school and you don't have to worry about hotels and all that kind of stuff. It just depends on how much fundings we can get to come in to support all those things. So sky's the limit. You'll definitely hear it on our new website, Heart of Music Academy, which is the name of my nonprofit 501c3, and it's also the name of my school. So the Heart of Music Academy, and we're so excited about that. And so the aim is kids, because they're the next generation, but we'll take families and couples and whoever has the passion to want to learn about music, and that's what we're here for. So the Heart of Music Academy is a nonprofit that I put together because music has changed my life in so many ways, and I believe that that's also a tool. So the nonprofit that we've put together, the Heart of Music Academy, is to cater for the school. We take donations, we take anything that we can do to help this nonprofit to grow, and as you know, it speaks for itself, the Heart of Music Academy, because music and your heart plays a massive part in whatever you do or whatever you play or if you sing. we will probably start off with probably 6 instruments, and probably songwriting as another tool, and probably vocals and stuff. It's we're so new at this. We have so much talent, but organizing it takes a little bit of a process. So when I started this nonprofit, I wanted to target those who have big amounts that want to give and give, so that we can write it off during tax times and stuff like that. But the main purpose is that we need the support. I can't do this alone, for sure. I can't do it without those support out there. So yeah. So wishes, I think my my wish is actually very simple. Change. I hope that when we design this school, founded by the generations before us, that we could change a life and save a life. As an example, as a drug addict myself, my wish is to change that person's life to be better. That you don't have to go to drugs to find an answer. My wish is that when they come here and they leave changed for the better for them and for the near future. I think when we wish too much, we get too cluttered with so much. But if the wish is very simple, it's almost like, look at my life. I only wished for change, and I got it. It took me 20 something years to change. And so some people might take a little longer. And so it's here. Change is the word for that wish. So my music background, I've been playing music for, but at the same time I've been clean. Music has changed my life in so many ways, because when I don't have a friend, or didn't have a companion, or don't have my kids around, music is always there for me. I've learned all my instruments from YouTube. I've Googled every single instrument, and I've learned it from just by watching a computer or a laptop, and just self-taught myself. I didn't go to Berkeley or Harvard. I didn't do any of that stuff. I just sat in my bathroom and on the floor in my bedroom and just taught myself how to play music. And now I've been at the Grammys. I've performed at the White House. I performed at the Pentagon. I performed in many places in the world. But nothing gives me more satisfaction than changing a life through the music that I play. And a lot of it I give thanks to the Father in heaven for just a gift. It's a gift. It was handed to me as a gift. And I'm starting to recognize that in my own life, just by the way I am. It's a lifestyle to have change. You can't just go, I want change today. It takes time and it takes work. And my music speaks for that. I mean, when I play, I'm in a whole different universe. When I play, I play for me. So if I can change, someone else will change too. We're leaders. We're ambassadors. We're paving the road for the same questions you're asking me. How did you do it? It's exactly right. Hard work. If you look around the property, hard work took me to get it the way it is today. I don't want to take any credit, because it's not about me. It's about that person who wants to make a difference in their life and say no to drugs, or no to raising your fist again, and to have the same wishes that I wish for their kids and their wives and their husbands and their relationships and in their own life. Because we are the authors of our own book of our life. We make the decisions on the next chapter and the next move. We can wake up happy or we can wake up sad. It's up to us. So music, to me, has changed me. And I believe if I can do it, and I've been through it, and I've experienced it, you can do the same thing, because it works. It's a recipe that works really well. And so I'm looking forward to showing you how to make that change just through music alone.
Metallica or Nine Inch Nails. It's a song that was written from a captain of a slavery ship in the streets of England. Does anyone know that song? I think you sang it when you were a little girl and you probably don't even know. Maybe. I think it was a month ago, no, 2 months ago. It's about 2 months ago I got to play at the White House. Opportunity to go there and play for the World Economic World Forum. As you know, it's in Switzerland now. And as 9 Secret Service guys came to get me. Took 9, not even 1, took 9 of them. And when Trump asked me to sing a song that I think will bring value to our nation, and I had to think about that for a second. Because of everything that's going on in the politics, the troops that are fighting for a war that is not ours. So I got it. I said, I'm going to sing a song, but I'm not going to tell you until I get there. So that's fine. And so I sang this song, which was requested. And someone said, no, you can't sing that in a bar. I said, yes, I can. Because when I was facing a bullet twice in my life, you weren't around to save me. But something did. Very true. Not a beer, not a wine, not my friends. But this song saved me a lot from the pits of hell. It's a song written by a captain of a slavery ship in the streets of England. And as he heard the voice of a slave chained up in the belly of his ship, he wrote these lyrics on the dashboard of his vessel. You might have sung it many times. And he was hearing the voice of the slave. Now this African, or whatever that slave was that was humming this tune, the captain felt something. And he started writing these lyrics. Amazing grace. How sweet that tone coming from the belly of the ship. But it wasn't just the tone. It was something that he felt so deep. You don't even have to be spiritual to even understand that. That's the whole reason why she has something so beautiful coming along, because of those graces that we live through. Amazing grace, how sweet that sound. I once was blind, but now I can see. I was one of those guys that were chained up on the belly of those ship for many years, shooting up for a long time. Cocaine and heroin, many, many years. Lost a few brothers, lost a lot of people in my life. And I've been sober for 20 years, never raised my fist ever again. And now, the same mouth that I cursed with is the same mouth that I speak life with. In the prisons and schools and all over the world. It's the same song that you sang when you were a little girl that saved you all the way till today. It's very true. We can deny it as much as we want, as much as we want. It's the whole reason why you've been married for so long. It's because you love each other. It's not what we leave for our kids or our husbands or our wives. It's what we leave in them that makes a marriage and a relationship grow a lot stronger and healthier. It's not the money. It's not the houses and the flash cars or the flash cameras. It's what we leave inside. It's the whole reason why we're still here today. To share moments like this. To remind ourselves, even in the White House, that we're going through a change. A great change, the change that we need. I sat through a keynote just recently. I won't tell you a lot, but in the keynote, the speaker said this, that their kids are being taught by the same textbooks that their grandfathers were taught by. So now you know that the decades and the generations have never changed. But the kids are getting smarter, right? Every day. And so I sang this song is because it's the truth. And the truth will set our kids free for the next decade to come. And the reason why I tell you this, folks, because out of 150 people in this room, if I could save one, I say, Mama, I did my job tonight. It wasn't the alcohol that changed that person. There was something in here that went here and said, I can be a better person. We can never love you if you don't love yourself. It's very true. You are the author of your book and your marriage and your relationships. You have the opportunity to change that if you want to. But you don't have to. You don't want to. It's true. It's the whole reason why you keep coming back. Because there's something so important that we need to hear. It's kind of like my life. It's kind of like getting ready for a journey that you have never experienced. Being a mother of a child that you haven't seen yet. It's exciting stuff. It's exciting, folks. We should be smiling every day because we face too many sadness every day of our lives. And so, I encourage you that whatever you're going through in life, you may be beautiful on the outside, but if the inside's not pure and clean, something's wrong, right? We need to figure it out. Alcohol won't fix it. I've done that. Drugs won't fix it. I've done that. Cutting myself, hurting myself, didn't do it. But I tell you what did it. Because I made a choice to make a difference in my life. I sat in front of the mirror a couple of years ago at 589 pounds. And I said I could do it. I'll try 1 pound at a time. Today I've lost 300 pounds. 300. Put your whole table together, 300, right? That whole weight that you have is the whole weight that I've lost. Through perseverance and never giving up. My mother said, you go out there and you tell them, don't give up, don't give up. You don't have a choice. Because there's a reason why we're here today. That's the reason why I keep speaking the same message. Yeah. It's that everything's going to be okay. Love yourself, number one. Write the next chapter for 2018 in your life. Make a difference and see where it takes you, right? Right, Mama? Right? And that's why this song is very precious. We need to save our kids. Kids are precious. We need to raise them up to be leaders. That's why that conference is next. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. The hour I first believed. When we've been here 10,000 years, bright shining girl, the sun will know less days to see how spring indeed we first begun. If you know it, journal along. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was lost, but now I see.
So I want to extend my thank yous to everyone, those who are praying all over the world for this school. I want to thank those who've been up in the property and even just moving a few rocks or weed eating or chopping a few trees down. We accept those volunteers. If whatever you can do to come up here, contact me on my website, ltsmooth.com or ltsmooth1@hotmail.com. You write to me. I'm coming to the island. I would love to see the property and what the progress is. If you want to do that, we're so open to your help. Like I said before, we can't do it alone. We're in this whole thing together, and I'm looking forward to the change in the future. I'm looking forward to you being a part of this wonderful project. I don't even have a name for the project. I think that's to be developed as we go along. But I do have a heading, and the heading is change. Thank you.
Traveling places, through the storms and rain I tried just to search for a place to cry. Many trials I face, I feel the weight every day. I must be strong to carry on, to fight another day. Feels like I'm working so hard to live day by day, without a chance to rest my mind, my life, going through a change. I want to so bad for things to change. Will it ever be the same? It's so cold, it's so hard, standing by the window in the dark and looking out, all alone, my tears begin to fade. My hopes and my dreams can only make me be who I am, to stand strong, to carry on, to fight another day. It feels like I'm working so hard to live day by day, without a chance to rest my mind, my life, I'm going through a change. I want to so bad for things to change, will it ever be the same? How far? It's so cold, it's so hard, standing by the window in the dark, looking out, all alone, my tears begin to fade. My hopes and my dreams can only make me be who I am, to stand strong, to carry on, to fight another day. Feels like we're working so hard to live day by day, without a chance to rest my mind, my life, going through the change. Wanting somebody for things to change, will it ever be the same? Sit alone in bed, I cry myself, sleep every day. Woo! It's okay for a little bit of change. Change is a good thing.
LT Smooth, ladies and gentlemen.